when you're trying to unwind before bed, but it's Elon Musk's playtime.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about Elon Musk once again triggering the left, right? He's triggering the liberals of San Francisco because he has changed the name of Twitter to X, okay? X is now the new name of Twitter, and he put up a new logo on top of the Twitter building, and residents in San Francisco are having a complete meltdown over Elon Musk putting up this new sign that happens to glow in the dark, okay? And they are extremely upset about it. The city, which typically does nothing, right, about people committing crimes and being agents of chaos, has even decided to investigate and to step in when it comes to this situation of Elon Musk putting up this new sign on the former Twitter headquarters. Take a look.
Elon Musk continues to make headlines for how he's handling Twitter, now X. He's attempted to rebrand social media company is not sitting well with neighbors.
And it's easy to see why. That's what people living across the street from X's headquarters at Market and 4th saw when the new sign went up. And the city has already launched an investigation into whether X had the proper permits and safety measures in place before replacing the old logo with that giant new one.
Well, Betty Yu spent the day talking with neighbors about the new flashing sign and how they plan on dealing with it.
Residents who live near the headquarters of Twitter, now called X, say that they received no notice or warning of the flashing light display. Now, as of late Saturday night, that display was not flashing, so it's unclear if it was a short-term or long-term feature. This was the view from Christopher Beale's living room Friday night. The resident and KQED journalist captured the X sign strobing in a now viral video.
We came home and tried to watch a movie, and it was flashing through this window so bright that even with the shades down, it was so distracting that we had to leave the room.
The city of San Francisco has opened a complaint and launched an investigation into the sign that was installed late Friday on top of its headquarters.
I feel like if I was a person that was maybe epileptic or that had a sensitivity to bright lights and strobes, it would be a major problem to live here. For now, it's just an irritant.
This is my view of the Twitter building.
City officials say erecting a sign on top of a building requires a permit for design and safety reasons. Planning review and approval are also necessary for the installation.
I thought it was lightning and I was very confused. I went to my window, I looked around, I didn't see anything. I thought it was maybe a police siren, but this building, it's largely rent controlled. There are a lot of seniors who live there. I'm absolutely sure that this is a danger, especially to them.
Attorney George Wolf, who specializes in construction law, said typically neighbors are given notice after the permit application is submitted, and they would have rights to approve or reject the plan, even if it complied with codes. What rights do residents have, or what kind of recourse?
Well, they could go through the city and complain through the city, the building department, or the planning department. And of course, if it really got bad, somebody could file a lawsuit over it as a public nuisance. Very reckless to do this way. Most people abide by the law. I'm not sure there's exceptions for entrepreneurs.
Resident Patricia Wallinga said she plans to go to the tenants union on Monday to figure out what her rights are.
It's such a clown show.
Outside of our aggravation, of course, we started trying to think about what was going on, and we saw that they were flying a drone around it. And so we were like, this is a publicity stunt across the board. And obviously it appears to be working.
As for why Elon Musk is switching to the new X name, it's been a long time coming. He has been trying to brand his company X even during his days with PayPal. Tech analyst Ian Scher says it's unclear whether the move is visionary or chaotic.
There is a lot of history of very derisive personalities who've come in, taken over companies and been able to turn them into something. And so, look, maybe he can. It feels like it's just a disaster every week.
Despite all of this, Musk says the company is staying put. Elon Musk sharing on Twitter today that he has been offered incentives to move his company's headquarters out of the city. He says, quote, the city is in a doom spiral with one company after another left or leaving. Therefore, they expect X will move to We will not.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, again, I love how the framing is always that Elon Musk's new Twitter or X is a disaster, right? When the numbers just don't show that, okay? X's user growth has increased substantially and is at a new high for 2023, at least according to Elon Musk. This is the exact opposite of what mainstream liberal media is reporting, okay? You also have Threads, the Twitter killer, right? The competitor to Twitter that comes from Mark Zuckerberg, the Democrat operative. That platform is massively failing, right? Despite the mainstream liberal media trying their best to prop it up as a Twitter killer, it is failing. And Elon Musk is still being successful, and he is transforming Twitter almost on a daily basis, okay? I mean, Elon Musk really is innovating its platform in a way that it would not have been innovated if it was still owned by the previous ownership, right? So again, it's pretty fascinating stuff. Now, when it comes to this X controversy in San Francisco, I just find it to be pretty hilarious that this is what the city is concerned about, right? And don't get me wrong, is it a nuisance? Yeah, it is, okay? And I could see why residents would be annoyed with it, especially if he's flashing it every night. I don't think he's flashing it every night. I think he just did that from the get-go or from the beginning to like basically stir up controversy, right? And to get national news attention, which that's exactly what it did. It was successful. But again, it's just funny to hear these people complain about something when this city is in complete and total chaos, right? The city is opening an investigation into this when they are closing investigations and dropping charges against carjackers who obviously took a car, they carjacked the car, and then they basically ran it off the road and ran away. And for whatever reason, the city has decided that, hey, we're not going to charge them or to punish them for what clearly was obviously a carjacking. Take a look.
Hard to believe. Tonight at 5 o'clock, surveillance video from San Francisco shows the moment that car went flying over the Sanchez Street stairs, flipping midair, crushing a tree before coming to the ground. The people inside the car at the time then took off, running from the scene. Thanks for joining us tonight on KRON 4 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Grant Lotus.
And I'm Stephanie Lynn. That video showing a car crashing down Sanchez steps in San Francisco has been viewed millions of times. The car flips over the embankment through a tree and lands upside down.
Yeah, the 5 people apparently inside the vehicle then took off before first responders arrived. Our Rob Nesbitt joins us now live from the stairs with what police are working to piece together. Rob, such a bizarre story.
It is, Grant. When you see the steps behind me, you can see the damage is still very evident. Barricades and caution tape stopping residents from walking up and down these steps after a crash happened here Saturday. And when you watch the video of the crash happen, you can't help but wonder what took place moments before. It takes just seconds for this white sedan to come barreling down San Francisco Sanchez steps. The entire crash caught on surveillance camera and posted online for millions to see.
Are you finding everything all right?
At Cliff's Variety in the Castro, it's been the hot topic of discussion among customers and staff.
My employees were showing it like crazy yesterday. So yeah, we've all seen the video.
Witnesses along 19th Street quickly ran in to try to help the 5 people inside the car. But one by one, you see them get out, resist help, and flee the scene. A woman who was inside the car can be heard repeatedly apologizing.
Guys, I'm sorry.
A woman pulling out a guy all bloody, and the guy had a full face mask, all black, dressed in black. She was in black, red hair, yelling at them, "We have 3 minutes till the cops come."
Gotta go. I'm sorry.
Firefighters and police arrived in less than 4 minutes, but by then, all 5 people inside the car were gone. The crash happened around 7:30 p.m. Saturday. Around the same time, a carjacking was reported to the San Francisco Police Department just 2 blocks away at 19th and Dolores. 5 suspects approached a vehicle with a gun, ordered the driver to get out, and fled with the stolen car.
Absolute insanity and super disturbing that they, so grateful that people responded right away to help them, but super crazy that they then took off.
Terry Aston Bennett is both a business owner in San Francisco and president of the Castro Merchants Association.
All right.
She says members have been discussing an increase of crime in the Castro for months, and Saturday's crash is only continuing that conversation.
As a business owner in the Castro, this is my community. And so when anybody violates our community, it's impactful.
San Francisco police have not confirmed if the carjacking that happened at 19th and Dolores is the same car that came crashing down these steps, but the police report does say that that car was recovered and no arrests have been made. Reporting in San Francisco, I'm Rob Nesbitt, Cron 4 News.
Yeah, so again, fascinating stuff, right? That city is just falling apart. You have these criminals who are driving this car like they stole it, because they obviously stole it, right? They're joyriding around, and they basically crashed the car off a cliff, okay? It turns over on its back, okay, after crashing off a cliff. These people are lucky to be alive, right? And the San Francisco DA is saying, we can't charge them because we can't prove they committed a crime. And I'm like, well, look, here's the thing, man. Like, I mean, is it not a crime to drive a car off a cliff like that? There has to be something that you can charge these people with, even if you can't prove they stole it. Even though, to me, it seems to be clear that they stole it. I mean, they drove it off a cliff, and they ran. They all ran from the cops. I mean, these people were in hoodies and a mask, okay? They were masked up in all black. I mean, I mean, they clearly look like criminals. They look like they were committing criminal activity. And you can't charge them at all for anything, right? Including just crashing the car itself or driving recklessly, right? You got to get them on something. They can't get them on nothing. Just let them walk free. Let them walk free. Again, this is just, it's absolutely incredible stuff. But yet, the city seems to be able to investigate what's going on with Elon Musk and an X sign on a building, but they can't seem to prosecute and to go after people who clearly stole a car, right? They stole a car and then they crashed it off a cliff. Again, just being agents of chaos. Disruptions to society. And again, liberal Looney Tune world is just backwards, right? It really is. I can't imagine living in a city like this where they allow people to get away with these types of crimes and then you pay an exorbitant amount of taxes, right? What are your tax dollars going towards, right? You got homeless people all on the street, okay? You got criminals committing crimes all over the place, right? I'm trying to figure out exactly what are you paying for? When you're paying all these high taxes, you're paying to live in these multi-million-dollar studios, right? What are you paying for? What are you paying for? I don't understand. I don't get it, bro. I really don't. I really don't. But hey, I mean, this is what these people vote for, right? This is what they voted for. This is what they wanted. I'm actually surprised that Elon Musk is staying in San Francisco. Maybe he's getting some type of deal cut with, local politicians or whatever, right? Maybe he's getting some type of tax incentive. I'm not sure, right? But again, if I was him, I would move my business out the same way that all these other businesses are moving out, because quite simply, it's not worth my safety, right? Now, again, he doesn't have a retail business. So again, it's not like they can really steal much from him, right? Or from the Twitter headquarters, but still, this is cool for Cocoa Puff world, man. And people that are still living there, I feel bad for them, especially if they didn't vote for it. But again, a vast majority of them did vote for it. Again, this is not the first time I've seen these woke DAs in these liberal cities refuse to prosecute criminals, even though they clearly committed a crime, right? They caught it on tape, right? Everything's on tape. And they still was like, nah, we're not gonna prosecute it, right? We don't have enough evidence, right? We can't pursue it. We can't prove it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, I don't get it. What's going on out there, man? But hey, I don't live out there. Okay, it's not my problem. It's just fascinating to watch. It really is. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.